So let's start with understanding the brain changes. We often hear that menopause affects not just the body, but also the brain. Can you explain what actually happens in a women's brain during this stage of life?
Okay, so we for a very long time thought it was an ovarian change, so that the
Yeah.
ovaries are shutting down, but actually menopause starts in the brain. So in the
Mm,
brain signals, the brain and the ovaries have a communication highway to each other via several brain regions. And there's a region in the brain called the hypothalamus that kind of looks after what is going on with you, and it tries to keep you in equilibrium. So it tries to make sure that you're not too hot and you're not too this. And if you need
mm,
more estrogen, it starts to send a signal down via the pituitary to the ovaries to say, hey, we need more estrogen, because estrogen is really, really important in the brain and the body for function. So there are estrogen
mm.
receptors all through our brain and our body, which shows us how important estrogen is for us to function optimally. So hypothalamus says, oh my God, we need more estrogen. So it sends the signal down. This is what happens in when we're in our fertile years. And then it prepares an egg, and the egg pops out. A bunch of estrogen comes, and then the estrogen signals back to the brain. And once it reaches a certain level, then it sends another signal down. The progesterone comes, and that's how we have a menstrual cycle. But during perimenopause, what
Mm.
happens is there's not as many eggs left. So the ovaries are trying really, really, really hard to get this egg out. And the brain keeps going, we need estrogen, we need estrogen, we need estrogen. And
Mm.
so that's where the fluctuations come from. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's not enough. And so that's
Mm.
kind of where the craziness comes from. Yeah, and that's basically what's happening in a nutshell. And that affects the whole system of the human body. So not just in the brain, but in the body. And that's where a lot of the symptoms come from.
Oh, okay. So it's